Hey guys, my name is Yaya. I am a 21-year-old college student on a journey to remain debt-free. Welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be a category explanation. So I'm going to go through each of my binders and go into depth on each category to explain to you guys what it is they're for and what I am planning to do with those envelopes. I've mentioned them and what I'm going to use them for in past videos. However, I haven't gone fully into depth onto what my plans are for them. So this is my self-care binder. For self-care, I don't do my hair. I don't really do my makeup. The only thing I would say I constantly purchase or treat myself with is my nails. So this is basically for nails. For nails, sometimes I do my toes, maybe like once a month. For my eyebrow threadings, which is like twice a month. But yeah, this is mainly for my nails. However, there's a few things that, apart from my nails, that I'll do for myself once in a while. And then as far as fun, this is literally anything. This can be eating out with my friends and my brother, or me and my brother going to the movies, or we're going to a concert. Literally anything. As far as food, I personally don't buy groceries. My brother and I split the groceries, and we are lucky enough to have a food stamps program at our universities. So our university provides us with like a food stamps card, and we don't really have to purchase groceries out of our own pocket, which we are so thankful for. It has helped us so much. So this I stuff for like eating out, as far as Starbucks or anything when I'm feeling lazy to cook. But for the most part, we cook our meals at home because, again, we are fortunate enough to have that program, and we are aware that a lot of people don't. So we don't really eat out a lot, maybe on the weekends sometimes, but for the most part, we make our meals at home. And if I'm going to be honest, this is mainly for Starbucks. Literally Starbucks all the time because it's Starbucks. Gas, I have a hybrid vehicle, so I don't really spend a lot of gas as I used to before with my other car. I've mentioned it before, but I commute to my university, which is about an hour to and then an hour from, so a total of 2 hours driving a day. And luckily next semester, I'm only going to have to drive to my university 3 days a week. So that's going to help compared to this semester. I was driving back and forth every day. So hopefully next year I'll be able to stuff a little less. And then gas prices are going down. So hopefully that's what ends up happening. Toiletries is for anything of like personal hygiene, or basically personal hygiene, deodorant, shampoo, toothpaste, toothbrush, stuff like that. Household, like I mentioned, me and my brother live together. We're roommates, so we split everything for the household, consisting of like bleach, if we need a new mop, if we need dishwashing soap, anything like that, we split the costs. So this is for anything we need around the house. Let's say a light bulb breaks, we need to fix that, so we'll go half and half. Medical, I have medical insurance, thankfully, so I don't really pay like a copay or anything, and then I don't usually get sick. So this is mainly for over-the-counter medications like Advil, Tylenol, Midol, some cough drops once in a while, but I don't really get sick like I mentioned before, so I stuff very little. This is a just in case. And if something were to go really bad, then that is what my emergency envelope is for. So this is just basically over-the-counter medication. And that's it for my self-care binder. Most of these are self-explanatory. I feel like the only one I felt I needed to address was the food, considering that we don't have to pay groceries out of our own pocket because of that program. However, I am graduating next May, so I'm not going to be enrolled in that program anymore. So maybe mid-year next year is when I'm going to have to be stuffing more in food. But we're so thankful we have that program. It has helped us so much. So that's it for my self-care binder. Next, we're moving into my rent or bills binder. I me and my brother are roommates. However, we rent out my parents' house. So my parents moved to Florida back in 2020, and I convinced them not to sell the house. And I didn't move with them because I was attending my university. So if I were to have moved with them, I would have paid out-of-state tuition. It would have just been such a hassle. So I decided to stay in California. And when they left, we found some renters for the house. However, that didn't work out. So we ended up having to evict them because of the way they were just treating us and treating the house. So then I told my mom, how about I move back into the house and I pay the rent, basically the mortgage. And that sounded like a better idea. And I was here alone at the time, but my brother came back because he did not like Florida, and he came back to study here. So that's why we're roommates now, and we split the rent. So we are paying rent to my mom. She is our landlord. Our rent is due on the 1st, and she does charge us a late fee, which is, I don't mind because I'd rather be paying her rent, and this also teaches my brother to be responsible. So just because it's our mom, we can't slack around. Utilities, the utilities we pay are internet, water. We don't pay gas or light. The gas and light, my mom has agreed to pay for us as her way of like helping us out as college students, because we are both college students and we don't make a lot of money. So she agreed to pay the gas and the light, which gas, we barely use gas. And the light, we have solar panels, so she pays like $150 a month, I think. And then we pay all the other utilities. And again, me and my brother split it, so that helps a lot. Tax, I don't make enough money to pay taxes, but my mom does own a tax business, so I help her out in that way. But once I graduate and get like a big girl job, I will have to pay taxes. So then this will convert from helping my mom with her business to paying my own taxes. Lash, I have a lash business. I just started it back in September. So I had to purchase so many supplies, so many expensive supplies, but luckily it's all starting to pay off and I'm actually earning income now. So this is basically for any lash tiles, lash trays that I need, any glue, anything for my lash business gets out of here. I don't do my lashes myself. I can't have them on because I ride horses. So when I ride, all the dirt gets in my lashes and it's so unsanitary. So yeah, I don't get my lashes done, but I do have a lash business. Credit card, I am not in credit card debt. This is basically to cover me if one day I can't make a minimum payment, but I'm pretty disciplined, so I don't purchase anything unless I have the money to pay it back if I use my credit card. So for example, the other day I bought some headphones and I used my credit card. However, I already had the money saved up, so within 4 days I paid the credit card back. But this is just in case, like one day I have an emergency and I have to book a flight to Florida to see my family for something. I can pay it with my credit card and then with time make the minimum payments until I recover that money and I'm able to pay it back for the credit card. Retirement is, well, this is retirement. Retiro is retirement. This is for my personal retirement. Like I've mentioned, I haven't had like an official big girl job yet. So I haven't had the opportunity to have a 401k through an employer, and I don't have any earned income wages. I only have scholarships that I report. But as far as earned income wages, I don't really have any because I've been a student full time. So I'm not able to open a 401k unless I show proof of income. So I'm basically saving this for when I do have a 401k, I can just transfer this into there. Savings is just savings. Savings can be for anything. It could be you're saving for a new car, you're saving for a new house, you're just saving for fun, saving for investments. Mine is mainly for investments. I put into a high yield, and once I'm able to, I will invest in index funds. But yeah, this is just savings. I mean, it's never bad to have extra money. Emergency, this is for emergencies. Anything really. The other day, my brother was driving my car and he drove through a pothole. So it like slashed 2 of my tires, and this is where we pulled from to fix the 2 tires. So it can be for literally anything. It's always great to have emergency money off to the side. So that's it for my rent/bills binder. Holiday binder. This is literally a binder that is for everyone else in my life. It's my giving binder. I also call it my giving binder. So Amazon, actually I lied. Amazon is for me. If I ever want to buy something on Amazon, I do have an Amazon credit card. But again, I don't purchase anything on my credit cards unless I have the money to back that up or to pay it back. So I usually save money in here. And then once I have enough money for the thing I want to buy, I purchase it with my Amazon credit card and then I pull it out of here and pay it back. So yeah, I don't buy anything off of Amazon unless it's in here, ready to be paid. Gifts. This envelope is for acquaintances, family, friends that invite me to like baby showers or weddings or whatever. This is where I pull from to purchase like little gifts. That way I don't show up empty-handed. But yeah, this is not for my direct family. My direct family is in birthday. So my mom decided to have all of us in September. So I have 3 younger brothers, all of which are in September. Actually, one is October 5th, but basically September. So we're all in September, and my dad's birthday is also in September. So that kind of makes it easier. You know, I have almost the whole year to save up for the month of September and purchase everyone gifts. And my mom's birthday is in March, so she's kind of the oddball. But yeah, this is for my immediate family, brothers and parents. Oh, and best friend. My best friend comes out of here too. But my other friends and acquaintances come out of here. Christmas, obviously for Christmas, what I do is I usually determine the year before how much I'm gonna save up for Christmas. So this year I think it was like $600, and that proved to be too much. So this next year I'm only gonna save $500, and what I will do is I will divide that by 12 months and then weeks and determine how much I need to stuff to have the $500 in here ready to spend. But yeah, Christmas gifts for friends, family, whatever. Parents, this is strictly for my parents. I always feel it's important to give back to your parents, especially because everything they've done for me over the past few years and the advice they've given me, and they've taught me how to be the person I am. So this usually is for like holidays like Mother's Day and Father's Day, but sometimes when I want to buy them a bigger gift for their birthday that year, I will pull from birthday but also pull from parents. So this is basically for anything they want or anything they need, I'll pull from here. Tithes, I've mentioned this before, but my plans with tithes are to, at the end of every year, save as much as I can and take this money to Mexico, to my hometown in Mexico, and give back to the elderly and orphans. So there's actually, I think, 3 elderly homes and I want to say like 4 orphanages, and the elderly love chips and soda. That is their thing. Anytime I go, they ask for chips and soda. So I'll basically pull from here. And if you don't know, usually the currency is 20 pesos for $1. So that's a lot. If I take 30 bucks over there, it's like 600 pesos. Yes, like 600 pesos. So with 600 pesos, I could buy chips for like the whole town. But basically, I take all of this and I give it back to people in Mexico because it's just my hometown and I do go every year. It's kind of sad to see the conditions they live in, and I'm fortunate enough to have a roof over my head here, have my own car, go to school. So I just feel the need to give back to them over there to provide them with the same opportunities. But yeah, this, I take it to Mexico. You could do anything with tithe money. You can give it to your church. You could give it to a local shelter. You can, I don't know, do whatever you want with it. Just give back. It's important to give back. And I understand not everyone always has enough money to give out or give back to other people, but if you ever do have the extra money to do that, I really recommend it. It'll make you feel so much better about yourself. And yeah, if you can do it, if not, it's fine. One day you will have the opportunity to give back. Lastly, we're going into my long-term blue binder. So car. I recently purchased a new car. So this isn't necessarily for a new car. It's just for car maintenance, like any services that I need to do to my car, as well as cosmetic changes I want to do to my car. I would love to get like an iridescent green blue wrap for my car. And the wrap is, I think I got a quote of $2,000. So it's a lot of money, but that's what this envelope is for. It's to save for those type of things that make me happy. So obviously I will never prioritize a wrap over the maintenance of my car. So that's why I haven't been making much progress on this, because I've been needing to do some little touch-ups here and there. But with time, I will get my wrap. But yeah, this is not for a new car, it's mainly maintenance. Placas is my car registration. A lot of my envelopes, not a lot, a few of my envelopes are in Spanish because these letters that I bought from Walmart were pretty limited. Imagine me putting registration on here. That's just too long of a word. So I just put it in Spanish because it used less letters, basically. But yeah, my registration is due the March of every year. I live in California, so we have to pay it every year. And my registration is so expensive. So yeah, this is something that I can't just pull together a week before my registration is due. It's something that I need to save throughout the year to pay on time. RV, I am so into van life. Van life is so interesting to me. Van life, RV life, just the thought of being able to, like, one weekend, if I want to drive to Arizona, like, that is so cool. I could do that in my car too, but it'd be cooler in a van. So my plans for this are to either get a van or to buy like a cheap truck and like a cheap RV and just travel the world. Like, I love traveling. I love being on my own. I love experiencing new things and seeing new places. So yeah, mainly for an RV. But again, for an RV, you would need a truck. And I don't have money for a truck. So I might just do a van where you can have like the 2-in-1. I'm leaning more towards the RV, but then the van life seems, I don't know, just like all together. I don't know how to explain it. But yeah, RV or van in the near future, hopefully. Rancho is ranch, property, whatever you want to call it. I'm an animal science major, and I've always loved ranch life. I never grew up on a ranch, but every time I'd go back to Mexico, my grandparents did. So that was always super fun to me, and I love farm animals. Clearly, I'm an animal science major. So my long-term goal is to purchase land. But yeah, I barely started this envelope because I guess I hadn't realized I'm getting older. I thought I was still like 15 for some reason. And I was like, I need to like start saving up now. And yeah, basically this is just property because I do plan to own a ranch and have my own animals and stuff like that. School. If everything goes well, in May, I graduate with my bachelor's in animal science with an emphasis in equine science. So my emphasis is horses. I have to. My end goal is to become a professor at a university. So in order to become a professor, you need to have your doctorate degree. So basically, this is for my master's and my doctorate. I do have some money in savings for school, but it's not much. I think it's like $200, $300. But yeah, this is basically savings to go back to school and finish my doctorates to, in the future, become a professor. But also right now, this is serving as like my graduation expenses. To graduate, you have to apply to graduation. You have to buy your cap and gown. You have to buy a bunch of things. So this is right now, that's for that. I'm saving up to pay for all of the graduation expenses. But long term, I would love to go back to school to obtain my doctorates. Trips. Like I mentioned, I travel every year. I either travel to Mexico or to Florida. However, after this year, I'm planning to travel to different states and possibly out of the country to like Greece or Cabo or Brazil, Portugal, I don't know, wherever. Just not Mexico and Florida because I already know a lot of those areas and I want to try something new. But yeah, I prioritize trips. If you guys have seen my videos, you know that I put no less than $50 in here every week because I love traveling. So this never gets less than 50 because yeah, that's just my thing. I want to travel as much as I can before I settle down and have a family, because it is more difficult with the family. It's not impossible, but it is more difficult. So I want to travel as much as I can before I settle down and stuff like that. Month ahead, this is to get a month ahead on my bills, basically rent. Just get a month ahead and pay my mom my rent in advance so I don't have to worry about it for a few months, because since she is my mom, I can do that. I can give it to her. Like my brother, he gave it to her 3 months in advance with his financial aid check. He was able to pay her all of the rent. So that is my goal, to just be ahead and not stress about it. So those were all of my envelopes, and I'm gonna show y'all a sneak peek into my savings challenge binder that I made about a week or two ago. So this is my savings challenge binder. It's a cute blue color, and I made a video on how to make these little like inserts, which I will be uploading soon. I don't know if it'll be up before this video or after this video, but I do have 4 savings challenges that I'm gonna do for this year. Each savings challenge has its own purpose. I could not tell you off the top of my head right now, but one of them is for property, one of them is for business, one of them is for savings, and I don't know what the other one is for. But each of these envelopes, the money that I save is gonna go to a direct category. It's not just gonna sit here. But yeah, I've decided to make it its own little envelope binder thing, just to make it more fun and to make it cute. I was able to customize these inserts with my laminator, and I am gonna post a video on how I made them, so that way y'all can just try it out. You do not have to laminate them. Look, let me take one out. Let me take the cute one out. You do not have to laminate them, but I did because I had a laminator and I wanted to use it. But yeah, you do not have to laminate these. You can just make them as regular inserts, but I laminated them to make them more like durable, because I do plan on doing these savings challenges every year. So yeah, I like cut out this little cool pattern and I just put it on top and laminated it. But yeah, these are all of my savings challenges. And in the video where I show you how I made them, I explain what they are going to be used for, what that money is going to be used for. So yeah, I will definitely put that out soon. So yeah, those were all of my binders. I hope I explained what they are all for. I know a lot of people had so many questions, and I tried my best, but if you have any further questions or are confused on how I explained a certain category, just comment and I'll respond as clearly as I can without making it too complicated, because I know these are pretty complicated because not everyone is going to have the same categories and the same plans for certain categories. But yeah, let me know if you have any more questions, and thanks for joining me. See you next week.